Hello everyone. Welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Magic. I'm currently playing a satyr man called Seeker. Uh, and today I am here with my lovely friend and co-host.
Hey there, I'm Morski, but I think you'll know me as Morski by now. And I am playing as Resident Birdman. Probably, probably needs a nap. Let's be honest. Stocke,
Yeah.
and there definitely aren't gonna be any crimes pulled today. No, definitely not.
What? No, not any crimes. Totally not any crimes. Anyway, speaking of not any crimes, uh, Stock, you've been dragged out. Not quite literally, because Seeker is probably not strong enough to actually physically drag you. Uh, just you've been dragged out of the
No,
garden
no,
for.
you'd be surprised. Stocke is actually pretty light
That's
for
fair.
someone his size.
That's fair.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that, wings and all he needs to fly, but
Yeah. But yeah, you've been dragged out of the garden for what you suppose is some light reading. That's what Seeker told you guys were doing. Anyway, y'all are going to a library.
amazing. Just like Stokes, like, yeah, okay, sure. He would have told Aroma he's ready to go. What would I make you roll for this? Do you want to roll me either a medicine or a perception just for the dragging to see if you
Uh,
notice something for fun?
Wait, hold on. Well, they're both equally bad. So, 5.
You learn absolutely no lore from this.
Aww.
Better luck next time.
Sad.
um, don't worry, you may have a later chance, but so libraries, they're fun. Stoke's
Yeah.
definitely up for reading, and I mean this is Shihiro. I'm sure the library is still open, so
Yeah.
we walk inside.
Walk inside. Seeker, I will say, is walking with a purpose this time. Directly towards what seems to be one of the back rooms. Uh, just an innocent
I'm
looking
just
back room.
gonna
Uh,
I'm just gonna roll a perception. Do you want to roll a deception against that?
I sure do.
To see if Stoke
God damn.
notices. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! So, for everyone watching, that was a 13 from Seeker and a 14 from Stoke.
You barely
And
made
those
this check.
Stoke. Yeah, it's like Stoke has a moment of dot 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 and Seeker, where are we going?
You know, to do some reading. Uh, no, the explanation
Stoke's just
continues walking to the back.
giving you a look. I still have the image that's like I have the image that Stoke's still being dragged along, but he's looking at you, Seeker, just with a press X to doubt look.
God.
This isn't the public section that we're going towards, is it? You can roll deception again if you want. I'll allow this.
uh, Dirty 20.
That was a dirty 20.
Seeker looks at you and goes, well, it's more of a private sort of reading area, but it's still available. That's a fucking nat 20.
Holy bleep! This is complete opposite energy from before the game. So That was a net 20 from Stoke on insights, which he has a plus 9 too, so that was a 29 on his insight. He is giving you a press X to doubt look, and we're going to the forbidden section, aren't we? With the knowing look of someone who may have done this before, actually.
I mean, why should knowledge be forbidden? It's just kind of silly, you know? Uh, and, uh, Seeker kind of, uh, gives a cursory glance around the room, uh, before, like, actually reaching the door. God, I don't, I don't
I
know if
think
I want to have the door
I'm gonna
locked
be
because I
honest with
can't
you.
pick locks. God.
Let me look at Stoke. I mean, he has a plus 4, but he doesn't know however. We'll deal with that when we get to that. But first, you with what you said, actually, Stoke has a thinking look and is like, all right, sure, let's go. And Stoke does sigh a bit, but you and you know what? Roll me a D2.
D2. Alright.
Yep,
That's a 1.
that's a 2. So you know what this means? The door is locked.
Aw. Hmm.
There's just this very epic moment. We're about to open the door. Oh wait. Do you want to, like, I guess the options are, do you want to look around to see if you can find a key or something? Or do you want to try lock picking it open?
Seeker doesn't have lockpicks. Unfortunately, his next option is to go ask for the keys. Like, to ask for the keys. To
Oh my
ask
goodness.
for the keys.
I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to have you do that. Not, yeah, do you want to just roll for that? Do that?
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
worry, if it fails, we'll be fine. But do you want to just go and do that?
Uh,
For reference, by the way, Stoke got a 24 on his perception, so we'll get back to that though.
uh,
Um,
Seeker walks
what
up.
we're trying to roll?
That was deception. On yes, I'm totally allowed to go back in there. Can I have a key, please? Uh,
Roll a
I
persuasion too.
roll a persuasion as well. Okay, that's all right. What is my persuasion modifier? 26.
Holy bleep.
God, yeah. 16 on I'm totally allowed to be in here. 26 on can I have a key, please?
Yeah, you probably find one of the workers at the library and you absolutely sweet talk them like nobody's business. Wow, Seeker, have you done this before?
Wow, Seeker. I mean, who needs a charm person spell when you can charm people? Anyway, yeah. TBH, he's probably actually done this before, albeit in a different setting. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And Seeker, as you walk back with the key in your hands, you see Stoke walking back. He also has the key in his hands.
I think
He just saw that it was on the shelf, so he went to go get it. So
I, th-
congrats, you both have keys now.
I think Seeker just looks at Stoke and just kind of starts like quietly laughing because he doesn't want to draw attention. But God, yeah.
Yeah,
And Seeker,
Stoke's just kind of he's or I was just gonna say Stokes like he sees all of this and just like, oh oops, and he's just like looking away, rubbing the back of his head.
Seeker is uh be nonchalantly, but he's actually doing it pretty fast, unlocking the door and ushering Stocke inside. Uh, because
Oh my
technically
goodness.
they aren't allowed to be in here, but nobody needs to know that. Might as well get out of sight before people can
It's
actually see.
I'm do you do this immediately, Seeker? I'm kind of curious because uh Stoke was going to return the key he just found. But if he did this quickly, he may just like it's just gonna be a case of oh oops, I guess he has that now.
It's gonna be a case of, oh, oops, I have this now.
Fantastic. It's like in the beat of silence when they're in the room and the door has been relocked. If you're looking at Stoke, he's now just looking at the key in his hand, like, oh wait, oh no.
uh, Seeker, I want Seeker to look around the room and just find a chair. And drag the chair over to the door.
Roll me a perception.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a
Oh
perception.
my
You know, my
goodness.
greatest stat. 12. That's above an average.
Luckily for you, you do find a chair nearby, and you think no one's there. You're not too sure though. Maybe you want to be careful when you're dragging the chair.
Alright, Seeker's gonna pick up the chair then and carry it over.
Roll me stealth.
That's. Oh god, okay. So, hey, here's a fun fact about Seeker. I have to roll this twice. That's a 6. I think he kind of makes it over to the chair, but oh, Stoke, this man it has too many bits and bobs. He's making a lot of noise, just kind
He
of casually walking.
just climp, clump, 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 clump.
He doesn't expect anyone to
Okay.
be in here, so like.
Okay. So as you're doing this, do you want to just quickly describe to me what you're doing with the chair? Just real quick.
God, he was going to like pick up the chair and move it over to the door to sort of jam it under the door so nobody could come in.
Oh my goodness. Well, you managed to successfully do that, and you can hear the sound of someone walking over.
Seeker will unlatch the chair and just calmly sit in it. Like nothing is wrong.
In front of the door?
I mean, God, I think it'll be moved like next to the door.
There is a moment where Stoke has his head in his hands, but then he goes to grab a book and just he covers his face with the book, just like, please do not see me, please do not talk to me, I am reading.
And
And somebody walks by.
uh-huh.
Roll me your choice of how do you persuade this person to think that everything is absolutely normal here.
Seeker is going. I will note he is going to start up a nonsense conversation in Sylvan. Just towards Stoke. And just pretend like
Oh my
they're
goodness.
talking about things. So that's gonna be another deception. Like,
go for it. Go for
22.
it. That works really well, and I'll say with that, even though Stoke does not know Sylvan, he just kind of he lowers the book a bit. He managed just to make it look like he isn't staring blankly, but occasionally Stokes gonna nod or like when there's a pause.
Yeah,
Just like make it seem like he's listening.
yeah.
Absolutely normal conversation going down here.
An absolutely normal conversation going down here. Who walks by? Just who walks by?
it, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's another library attendant, but are you thinking, is it a toon or a real kind that walks by, or?
Just just who they were, just to get like a feel for the area. Because didn't actually expect anyone to be back here. Now that people are back here and Seeker knows, maybe should move over to an area where there probably won't be any sort of like, you know, I make a gesture with my hands. You know, people.
That's absolutely fair. Well, from what you can tell, this happens to be the library attendant that's like doing their job at the moment. You can roll me another perception,
My best stat,
and I'll do this, and I'll do the
11.
same for Stoke. I mean, that's pretty good for Seeker,
Pretty good for Seeker.
and Stoke, and Stoke got a 14.
Hey.
Uh, okay, Seeker, on your end, you think that's the only person there? Though Stokes actually gonna nudge you and mention that he heard someone else walking by, though he couldn't tell where and he couldn't tell what kind of person was there. So I guess you might just want to be careful when doing your spelunking in the forbidden library corner.
Okay. How I'm imagining this Forbidden Library, by the way, it's pretty dark in here. Uh, there are very like tall sort of bookshelves that kind of like span to the ceiling. Uh, it's this
Yeah,
place,
I'm imagining
Nebulous Toon Place. It's
like
bigger on
I'm
the inside
imagining that I'm
somehow.
imagine exactly, yeah, and it's like somehow there are books in the ceiling which you can reach and pull a book out from and return. There do seem to be a couple of corners for reading, but less so than like the public section.
Yeah,
And this area, like there, you can see some moonlight coming in, cause like I guess it's late right now. Yes,
yeah.
when Seeker pulled Stoke out. You can see some moonlight coming in, but like this area seems to just be more shady than the public bit. So
Yeah. I think Seeker will wait for that one attendant to sort of go by before kind of walking over to Stoke and like grabbing Stoke by the arm, picking up just a book at random, uh and sort of walking over to one of those reading areas because that would be like a more logical place for someone to sit if they were sitting and reading in a library. You know, in the forbidden section as well.
yeah, exactly. I'm roll me a d10, I guess, to see
D10.
what kind of book you get, and I need to roll a d10 to see what Stoke picked up earlier. So a 4 and a 5, huh? Okay, so I think what Stoke has is a book on the old myths of the area,
Ooh, Seeker's
and
interested in that immediately. Uh,
and Seeker, what you have is a book that speaks on some of the legends about Marsh Bum.
ooh, Seeker's interested about this.
So
God,
that's fun.
I might. It might be a situation where they're actually like actually reading. Because
They sit down and they read. What information is gotten from this, I can comment on, I guess, some of the legends on the area. I can comment on that a bit. I can't comment on the marsh bomb bit, but some
Seeker's
reading
just
sure does
interested.
happen.
Some reading sure does happen. Uh,
Should we like roll a d4 or something to see how many hours pass?
yeah. I don't I don't want much time to pass because like the longer we're in here, the more suspicious it looks. Honestly. Uh
Yeah.
I do think like it would be after sort of like that 20-minute mark where Seeker would go like, "Wait. Wait, I did come here to do reading, but also
Just like Seeker quietly notes to break in here again and do some more reading.
God. Uh oh god, and
I,
I just have the next
hmm?
excuse he would use to break into this library. I'll do it later. Anyway.
Oh my
Anyway.
goodness.
Uh yeah. Yeah. All right. And
I think Stokes gonna have a moment and like he pulls the book down and is like, so is there like anything specific you are looking for in here?
um really, I just want to know if this is possible. It's very exciting. Uh sort of like gesturing to the library. He's kind of like whispering because you know, there's people in here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Stoke has actually leaned over and he's like whispering back and just like he smiles a bit and is like, yeah, yeah, it is.
look. I also had more questions. Mostly about you. Where are you from? I've never seen anyone with four sets of wings before. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but it's really rather fascinating. Uh,
I think what kills me most is that this is all being whispered right now, but to the back to the question and actually focus on what's happening. Um do me an insight on Stoke,
oh
just
boy,
real quick.
3.
You notice nothing. Stoke nervous? Not at all. No why.
I will say,
Um,
if this is like a casual, what sort of seating like is this like beanbag chairs or like anything like that, or is
for
it just like a table?
hilarity's sake, I'm gonna say that yes, it's beanbags.
I will say,
Because come on, we're in Toonland.
I, I will say, Seeker's like personal space bubble, you could probably tell at least by now, is literally like a minimum of probably like 2 inches. At max, it is 2 inches. For personal space bubble because like it's you guys are very like close to get. Seeker purposely sat down like very close to you. Uh, you don't have to whisper far.
You know, that's fair. Stoke, despite. I think Stoke, despite being very insightful, probably doesn't think much on it and is just like, yeah, this is just a seeker thing, and also, aren't we supposed to be quiet here? And Stoke, if he's gonna be honest, does not want this knowledge to be yelled out loud or anything. So, you kind of get a pause from Stoke, and yes, I'm not from Einquell or Firuma.
Oh,
I think I need to roll a wisdom for this man. Okay, so he makes it. Uh, Seeker, what do you know of the celestial realm?
what does Seeker know of the celestial realm? Uh, should should I roll like a religion? Should I roll religion? That seems like the correct roll.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. Either religion or history.
Very tempted for that history. I'm gonna go with that
You
history.
can roll
It's a
both if
20.
you want.
It's a
Oh my
20,
goodness.
21 history. Uh, a dirty 20 religion.
Not too shabby. You do know something. So first of all, the celestial realm is not here. No, it's it's more like the place where, a bunch of deities reside and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think Seeker
It's
raises an eyebrow and looks at you in that really sort of way.
and he's like just a kind of awkward nod like, uh yeah. So I'm from there. And he does not add anymore.
Uh, God, do you want to roll an insight on Seeker? God.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I guess you could also roll a religion check if you wanted to, because
Sounds fun. Oh my goodness, Stoke. I think Stoke's a bit too anxious right now.
oh hun, oh hun.
Oh man, so that's a 12 and a 13. Just
Uh,
Stoke is kind of a bit anxious right now because he said the truth, which is cool and all. But he kind of he doesn't have the best experience with revealing this.
he, I understandable, honestly. So with the insight, Seeker looks. I'm gonna say. I don't know if excited with a question mark. He looks like surprised and also like some mixture of happy. Uh, uh, for that 13 religion. You're looking at him now. Um, God, it's not a hard check because this man is literally just like it's very close. Uh, Stoke, take you're looking at Seeker, right?
Yeah, actually, at this point, Stoke is like nervous energy and seeing if, okay, is this a case where I'm just gonna have to back out of this or not? If
Uh,
I'm gonna be honest.
God, I am very sorry about my boy. He really wants to know. Uh, um, I'm not sure how familiar you are with Inkwell or Furuma gods because this is sort of uh, it's
Interestingly enough,
it's
Stoke would actually have a fair amount of knowledge on the Einquil deities, but less so on the ones from Firuma or
yeah.
elsewhere.
Um, you take a closer look at this man. The outfit he's wearing, you like realize as he's kind of like staring back at you, has a striking resemblance to a certain Inkwell god, uh, of metadeath. What metadeath means is never clearly explained at all.
I think
It
I
is
realize this and have a moment of, oh, okay. Huh.
He is probably some sort of follower of this god, if you could, like, take a guess.
Fair.
And he is looking at you, and God, if you could see his eyes, there'd be a sparkle in them.
Oh. It's like, Seeker, if well, I imagine you're looking at Stoke, and it's just like there was a lot of nervous energy, but seeing this, he does a little bit,
Yeah,
just a little.
and Seeker just goes, "Really, really? What's it like up there? Is it up? Is it like action? Is it down? Is it sideways?"
Well, I think it's fair to say, well, it's like Stokes is like, oh boy, how do I explain this? Like, he has explained it before to someone. I think you can guess who.
Yeah.
His wife. But been a while since she explained to anyone, and he's like, well, it's a bit hard to place where it is exactly. It's on a different demi-plane. So when you go out of it into this one, it depends. On my end, I did end up just coming down from up.
uh, Seeker is like full like propped up like head on his hand, just like looking at you, very much interested because this is like it's also a sort of like do go on expression.
Stokes not used to this kind of attention. But from what I know and from what I've heard, depending on where you're from or where you're coming from, you can enter in from different places. I know there are some doors that just simply enter a different demi-plane.
And
On
Seeker,
my end, and
no, go on, go on.
okay, it's like on my end and from many angels, and when we enter this place, it tends to be from above. But I believe that's more specific to the angels of the heavenly realm. I haven't
Seeker
really talked much with anyone back home.
Seeker is looking. Uh, uh, makes a mental note just to change avian to angel. Just a mental note. Uh, because that is what you are. That is what you are. That God,
Yes.
God. This is not Seeker talking in character. This is me. Seeker is very ecstatic at all of this. Oh boy.
He is getting lore. He is living his best life, huh?
He is living his best life. God. And he's. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ha. Lore, this is very tasty lore. And Seeker is just. I. It. I. What does it look like? What is it? It's like. Does it. Is it. Do you know? What's it like?
Um, it's like Stoke currently in his mind is just nervous laughter, but Seeker asks.
God.
Uh,
You can tell him no. You can tell him no. He won't.
he
He'll be sad
could,
about
but
it.
He could, but Stoke is a dummy, and considers Seeker a friend, so no, he isn't gonna stop.
Aw, hun.
So I guess on that note, it's just there's like there's a pause as you see Stokes try to put put the words into sentences, cause how does he describe this? And well, I guess the specifics on how things look depends on the area, though. It's there's a fair few more clouds up there, to say the least. There is ground, and plants and life do grow, though it's not as lively as down here.
Seeker nods and goes, "Well, that's understandable. They got jobs to do after all."
Yeah.
Whew. I'm apologies. It, it's hard to grasp. Oh boy.
It's okay. I'm admittedly not the best person to talk to about it because I left home as soon as I could.
Seeker kind of just stares at you a little. You have a feeling he would have like blinked a few times because God, I shake my boy. He has a 7 in wisdom. He has a 7 in wisdom.
It's like it's like doing insight or
Oh
either
boy,
insight
insight.
or history, because you you may have heard this before. It's like I suggest maybe medicine, but isn't that as bad as everything else wisdom based you got?
Yeah, that's a history with a 26.
Great, great, great. So you remember from talking with Stoke before, it's so this recent case of being really under the weather and haha yeah about him getting almost killed. So he is not doing the best because of that, but you remember from before it seemed like he's fairly used to it, actually, more so than most people must be, and you realize that Stoke may be chronically ill
Ah,
for one of his kind.
ah, ah, ah. Oh, oh, oh no.
So while you're having this realization, Stoke continues on with, I dealt with a lot of frustration at home and figured that I might as well move out here. It would be easier to study, you know? Wouldn't have to be hounded as much or looked down upon. I'm just another person like anyone else here, you know? And then I fell into Aroma's garden. So, yeah.
Seeker gives like an understanding, like sort of nod. Uh, that's fair enough. Uh, speaking of aromas for like the forest around the garden, is that also magical?
Yes, though that is specifically related to her. The plants have picked up a lot of magic from around the place, and there are quite a few kinds. And Stoke gives you a look because I think we all remember how the team poked the magic flowers. And you get the vague feeling that is far from the only magical flower in that garden. There's probably a lot more and potentially a lot more dangerous stuff in there. So, that's fun.
Do you all have a catalog, sort of like all the greenery in there? Because honestly, if there's more, There's more. There's more. Have you ever thought about starting a library in the garden, like a garden library? I heard those were things that people can do.
Gonna be honest with you, Stoke brightens up because no, he did not consider that. And like, there isn't really a catalog because new kinds of flowers pop up all the time. A lot of the time, Rome and I need to just look around and see whether things are in order or if there's a new flower in town. But he's absolutely thinking about what you mentioned with the library in the garden. This nerd has been heavily tempted.
I mean, if you ever need help, I can certainly attempt. Writing is not my forte. But I do believe I have enough stories in here. And he taps the top of his head. To start a small library.
Thank you, and I do have a collection of books. Haven't been able to get them out yet, but if you and the others are interested, we could try going for some of them at a more normal time.
Of course, of course. Uh, and I do suppose there would be no forbidden section. Oh, there would be no forbidden section. You wouldn't put a
There
forbidden
wouldn't be,
section, would you?
though.
Yes.
No, of course not, but I would put warnings. Like, some of the books are a bit, they're a bit snappy.
That is completely understandable.
By the way, roll me an insight once
Insight.
more.
Oh boy.
Yes.
8.
Your best roll. Okay, well, luckily for you, well, actually, the DC depends on this next. Has Seeker ever dealt with mimics before?
Oh boy, he's been places. I'm going
Would
to.
he?
Oh, God, I want to do a just roll a d2 to see if he has.
Okay, sure.
All right, hold on. I've written down qualifications. He has dealt with mimics before. Uh,
Cool, then you do see this. There are actually a couple of mimic books in the library. And it's not like on purpose or anything, it's just the information is written down in those mimic books. You may need to beat them down a bit, but like once you do, it's fine. You can read them like normal.
Seeker looks at the books and then gives a nod. Yeah, books can be snappy.
Roll me a d5
A
for
d5.
fun.
That's a 2.
Cool. Did you nudge any of the books by any chance? Just nearby you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you like nudge or touch any of the books nearby you by any chance?
I I don't think he touched them. I think he just nodded at them. Yeah. Yep, that
Okay,
sure is
then
a
you're
mimic.
safe.
That sure is a mimic.
For now.
For now.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Um, other than that, though, it's like Stokes like, yeah, okay, his mood has absolutely brightened up, and okay, your luck has been horrendous with insight, so I won't make you roll. I'll just let you know. Stokes actually more relieved now because he was kind of awkward about the. Yes, I might technically be a deity. Please don't worry about that. I'm not a strong one at all. I'm just sitting here.
Seeker just had an eye flare moment for a few minutes, and then he got distracted by books again.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Stoke immediately is like, oh, okay, it's good, thank goodness, and also got distracted by books again, so like, heck yeah.
God, like, yeah, yeah, I'm just, I feel very soft. Uh, wait, should we roll perception again to see if like anybody has noticed the two people that they're pretty sure they're not supposed to be there, but they also just are here? Should we roll perception on
Yep.
that?
Yeah, sure. Oh,
Nope,
Stokey.
not great.
Oh, they do not notice anything, but let's see if someone comes over. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So someone does come over.
Seeker just kind of like looks at them with like a kind of questioning stare.
Stoke just kind of jumps a little and then is just confuzzled. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a d20 plus 5 to see if this person is giving you a glare of doom, Seeker. They can tell you're not supposed to be here.
Seeker is going to continue looking at them confused, like he has no idea what they're talking about. 27.
Holy bleep, and now, oh, I need to roll this for Stoke. This is going to go terribly. Yeah. So for everyone watching, the person giving the death glare, well, really, this is not the same person you saw before, by the way. This is a guard, like a legitimate guard. And Seeker got a 27 on his deception, while Stoke got an 11 on his deception. Birdman is too nervous. Angel Man is just, he had a lot happen to him recently, okay? He's not ready for this.
And Seeker is going to stand up out of like you can't see it because it's behind the sunglasses, but he does kind of like glance at Stoke before like standing up and go, hello, pardon.
Moment when you realize you need to figure out a voice for someone, I'm doomed. Um. You know what? I'm just gonna describe their actions. They're like, arms are crossed, and they're gonna ask you, "What on earth are you doing here?"
Uh,
Oh yeah, sure. I am okay with this.
yeah, I'm fine with this. God,
Feel free to hop in, Staria.
make sure to introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Staria. Suddenly guard. Hello.
Hi there. Thank you for saving me.
No problem. That is what I'm here for. Anyways, the guard is now glaring at you, Seeker, and just, what are you doing?
Reading?
Pretty sure you're not supposed to be here reading.
But this is a library.
Not
I
the
want
same.
you all to know that at the moment, Stoke is behind Seeker and looking oh so nervous. It's like his wings are kind of bunched up around him, nervous.
Oh, honey! Oh,
Seeker
no! The
is
guard is going to look at you, Seeker, like you're the most obnoxious person they have ever seen.
it wouldn't be the
Because
first time he's gained that title. It's not gonna be the last.
With luck, it
You
won't.
know that one meme of like seekers just I met the most obnoxious people ever, but on the flip side they also met me. Is that seeker?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Seeker, I love
I'm
you.
gonna need to draw that later. Yeah.
God, and Seeker is just standing there very innocently.
And, roll me persuasion, but I'd say with disadvantage because y'all are pretty fucking sus.
What are you talking
This
about?
is
I have
gonna
a 27
go one.
on
Alright,
deception.
alright, I'm gonna let that one you slide, but yeah, I'm looking at Stocke now. No, the guard is looking at Stocke, and, okay,
Oh man.
maybe you are supposed to be here, but now now they're looking at little angel man who's sitting here
Maybe
looking
not
very
so
nervous
little.
and very out of place.
Maybe not so little, because I have the image that like Stocke is still the tallest person here, like taller than the guard and taller than Seeker, but he
Absolutely incredible. Okay, then
looks really nervous right now.
tall angel man.
Seeker looking at this guard. Is just. Oh, don't mind my brother. He's just very, very nervous. He's got anxiety. You understand, yes?
Mm,
He really does not like talking to people often.
Just want you to know. Oh my goodness, what are you planning?
well, alright. Hey everyone, the two of you roll perception. I'm sorry to to hijack your FPS, but I just had the funniest idea. Well, maybe not funniest, but had a pretty funny idea.
So that's a 17 from Stocke and a 5 from Seeker, which is honestly very in character.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Oh my goodness! All right, so Seeker, you are busy. You're busy trying to convince the guard, but you're meant to be here. Promise, come on. But Stocke, in your nervousness, you probably are looking around more, and you notice.
It's fair to say as well that Stocke's passive perception is a 20. He's pretty observant.
And you
He
notice.
might be looking for a way to run away.
Oh my goodness. Well, you might be in luck because not too far away you see a smallish bronze spider just like sort of sitting here and looking at the both of you very intently. And like it's curious intent, not like harmful intent. And just kind of sitting there.
Considering what I know as the player, should I roll something like religion or insight because of who Stocke is specifically and what I revealed now about him?
Ooh,
Oh, come on.
I'll give you advantage. Come on.
Dice parser, please.
Yeah.
That's more like it. 21.
That's more like it. All right, so you look at the bronze spider and you realize that the bronze spider is a symbol of. Spiders in general are a symbol of a deity of reading and knowledge called Telltale. but the bronze spider is a symbol of one of her apprentices, Zephyr Joy, who is sort of a library cryptid who sort of appears in places. So on occasion, sometimes she volunteers in libraries, and this bronze spider is her familiar.
So can't shake her then, I guess, because he too is a library crypt. Anyways, man, they're gonna get a whole friend group to start up this library at the garden. Anyhow, Stoke is just staring at the spider now, like, oh, did we encroach on someone else's domain by accident? Oh no.
And
So, Spidey friend would definitely notice that Stoke is fully aware. His friend seems to be busy arguing with the guard.
yeah, and the spider does a little chitter, and now I gotta think what it's gonna do. It's it approach it sort of like approaches the guard and taps them on the leg, and the guard looks down and is like, oh, and there seemed to be a sort of mental communication, like telepath. Not really telepathically, because the spider is like chittering and saying something, but the guard is really
Does the
saying.
guard know speak with animals?
No, it's more like the spider is talking to the guard like mentally, and then the guard looks at the two of you and like, "Ah, my apologies. It seems that the two of you are welcomed here by Zephyr Joy herself." And he will walk away very grumpily.
Seeger has no. Should I roll to know who that is?
Sure, roll religion.
Yeah.
Religion.
Yeah, boy. By the way,
19.
Stoke on his end. Yes. By the way, Stoke is just kind of nod at the spider and
I finally
thanks.
introduced my girl. Well, not technically not, but hell yeah. So with a 19, you definitely realize that this is the bronze spider, which is the symbol and familiar of the of minor deity of reading and joy of reading. The Zephyr Joy. And I guess she just kind of
Minor deity of
you now.
she noticed the fellow book nerds.
Yep. And the spider sort of chitters at you, at the two of you, and it seems like it's laughing. And then it sort of starts scuttling off.
Seeker, when it starts like doing the chuttle laughing, Seeker gives it a very overdramatic bow. As thanks. Gotta get that respect in there. And Seeker goes, well, I did not quite expect that, but I suppose it turned out well.
Yep.
Indeed.
And that's my cue to go.
Thanks a little one for it's like thanks
for
a little one for your help.
Thanks for letting me totally hijack this encounter.
It was very fun.
No problem. Just oops, sudden lore. This really do be lore the FPS, huh?
Lore the FPS.
Seeker living his best life. The lore he craves.
The lore he craves. It's like fucking. It's like cereal. You know the one if you've seen the jingle. It's just God. It's yeah, yeah. I will say, if you do want to roll an insight on Seeker right now, uh, oh
I'm gonna
man,
go ahead and do that.
oh boy,
That was a 16.
Seeker is like almost. I want to say almost like giddy because God, he's getting a lot of lore. He's he's been he's been told by gestures, a minor god he could be here. This this has been a very good day for Seeker. Uh,
He's being fed well. It's like also just the knowledge that so that Birdman you're friends with, he might be a DT too. Don't worry about it.
Seeker, the only mortal of this group. God, this is God. I yeah. You can just tell he's just downright like almost ecstatic. It if he didn't want to actually make a scene, he would probably be like doing like a little hop dance right now because oh my god, divine intervention. Holy shit,
Literal.
literal. God,
Meanwhile, Stocke on his end, he's just sitting here, Your Honor. Though at least his friend seems happy and things seem to be okay. He's
God.
gonna have some interesting news for Aroma when he gets.
We're allowed into the forbidden section of the library. We didn't get kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's nice.
God, we're going to steal all of the knowledge from this library and make it not forbidden. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like Stocke nods appreciatively. Just looks good.
Looks good. I feel like they both look at each other and just have the same exact thought process of, all right, let's go read through all of these books and steal the knowledge for ourselves.
Yeah, like it's exactly that. So like maybe 30 seconds later, Stokes also right. Oh yeah, it's late. I think we can come back here. Hopefully, maybe we may want to go and sleep sometime. And Stoke at this moment is very much thinking of his lovely wife, who may or may not get a bit angry if he isn't returned home on time.
Oh, right, right. I completely forgot about that. Uh, it.
Just like Stoke doesn't mind being out a bit later, but at the same time, maybe he shouldn't. He's still recovering.
Yeah, I think that definitely kind of like takes Seeker out of it and just goes, right, right. Sleep. Forgot about that. Should probably be more important. Uh.
Be able to come back here next time. Possibly talk with the actual owner if she's still here.
Oh, of course. Get official keys rather than, you know. Staria, can I say that for recording? Can I say that for recording? I'm. Yeah, okay.
I think it's fair to say they both go out and instead of the keys they ended up stealing accidentally or not so accidentally. there's a bronze badge in the shape of a spider in their pocket. So like, Stokes gonna note to Seeker that that's likely their badge in. So
Seeker, I will say, instantly takes out the badge and then pins it onto the front of his outfit. Just like without
heck
question.
yeah.
Without question, pins it to the front. A badge worn with honor. Uh, you are very amazing,
That
Staria.
just
I regret nothing for having you hijack our FPS.
Yeah, this was great. More lore is always fun. No regrets. And Stoke on
Yes.
his end is just keeping the badge in his pocket safely.
God. But
Had
yeah,
the image
I didn't get to
of
ask my
like
gun question.
just
Aw.
like so Seeker's gonna you can. Here's the thought. Like so Stoke and Seeker are probably now walking back to the garden because I bet Seeker has a place there to sleep. He definitely has a place there to sleep too. So if you have any last questions, you can ask them now.
So, I did have one more inquiry. What
Yes.
what was that weapon you had earlier? A gun, I believe.
I am so tempted to just end this here as
Please,
like
please, I
Stoke
just
blinked.
please. It would be great. No, no answers.
I think this is where things close off. Like I'm sure Stoke answers, but and later on you're just gonna have a cut to yeah, you see Aroma and Stoke sleeping together peacefully. It's all cute, and then a little bit further off, there's just Seeker laying down in his pile of lore.
Yes, it's just lore.
And I think that's where we cut it off.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Staria, for joining in. It was very fun.
Thank
It
you
was
for
very fun.
being our guest stars party member. And thank you everyone
Yeah,
for listening to our shenanigans.
yeah. It was very fun. Thank you, Morski, for dragging me back to actually do this part because this was originally planned in the first one, but we didn't actually get to do it. We got
This was
distracted by lore.
absolutely great.
Oh man.
Nah, thanks for having me. This was fantastic. It's always great when you can be like a little bit cryptid and just, drop some lore. And thank you so much for doing this with me.
Yeah, it was very fun and I loved it. But suppose we should sign off now. I'm just gonna say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye and thank you once more for checking in.